If you want to get out of the cycle where you want to change and become disciplined and productive, but you just cannot get yourself to do it, then this is the video for you. I get it. Life can be overwhelming and sometimes it feels easier to stay in that comfy place, just watching Netflix all day and putting off your goals. But deep down, you know you're meant for more. And let me tell you, you can 100% achieve it. Today, I'm sharing an 8-step plan to get you out of your lazy girl era and step into your productive, glowing, main character energy era. Let's get into it. First things first, acknowledge where you are without any judgment. It happens that we fall off track. Allowing ourselves to sometimes be inconsistent allows us to be consistent over a long period of time. It honestly doesn't matter if you didn't go to the gym or you didn't do your healthy habits for 2 weeks, if the other 50 weeks out of the year you did. That's nothing. Those 2 weeks literally do not matter. So give yourself some grace and accept it. In case you're new here and you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe and also follow me on my Instagram. I'm doing a 30-day best year yet series where I tell you all about how you can become the best version of yourself in the new year. And then let's slowly start to pick ourselves back up. What is one thing you can do right now? You don't need a perfect 100-step plan. You just need a starting point. What do you want your starting point to be? What is the thing that most bothers you right now? Maybe your mornings feel too chaotic. You don't have enough time in order to get ready and just have some time for yourself before you need to leave. So you could start by thinking about one thing you can change in your morning to make it more enjoyable. And I'm taking mornings as an example, but this could literally be anything. Maybe it bothers you that you're not studying enough or you're never concentrated during work. Just make one small change that tackles the thing that bothers you the most. But while we're at it, let's talk about morning routines because I think that they are really the key to living a more productive and more organized life. If you want to be the main character in your life, you need to have a morning routine that you absolutely love and that really energizes you because that sets the tone for the entire day. But the good thing is, a morning routine doesn't have to always be super high effort, high energy. You don't need to go work out for 2 hours and then write half of a book, meditate for 20 minutes on a mountaintop. You can literally just do a few things that make you feel more energized. 5 minutes of journaling, drinking your coffee while reading for 10 minutes out of a book that you really love. It doesn't even have to be a self-development book. It can be a fantasy book. If that's what you're into, do that. It can be walking for 10 minutes. Take your dog out on a walk or just take yourself out on a walk. Do one small thing that makes you feel accomplished, like making your bed. That is already a start. And that already sets the tone for a much better day. Keep it simple, but let yourself feel the accomplishment. The fact that you did your bed today, amazing. Let that momentum and that feeling that you did something nice carry you forward. Ditch the all or nothing mindset. This is one of the things that gets you into a rut, so you need to let go of this in order to get out of a rut. Thinking, if I cannot do it perfectly, why am I even doing it at all, is a trap. Progress is much better than perfection. Because think about it. If you want to be perfect and your goal is to work out for 1 hour today, but then you see you only have 45 minutes, well, the perfection mindset would tell you to just not do it because it's not even worth it, right? It doesn't even count. But think about it. Those 45 minutes are so much better than 0. Progress is so much better than perfection. So if you decide to just show up and work out for those 45 minutes, or even 10 minutes at this point, that's so much better than doing nothing. If you cannot finish your to-do list, like you had a really long to-do list today, but you still did a bunch of things, or you met your friends, or you managed to finally rest, that is an accomplishment. Forget this all or nothing mindset. Forget perfectionism. Perfectionism doesn't get you anywhere. You need to allow yourself to see the progress, even if it's not perfect. Progress is better than perfection. The fact that you did one thing today, even if you wanted to do 10, doesn't matter. It's still better than nothing. Small wins are still wins. The 2-minute rule. And this is chef's kiss. I love this. If something takes 2 minutes, do it now. No excuses. So many times when I'm really busy, maybe I have exams or I have a really stressful time at work, I neglect my space. I neglect it because I just don't do the things that take me literally 2 minutes. It's like just wiping down my countertops or putting something where it belongs. And then all of that mess adds up and I start to feel bad because, of course, clean environment equals a clear mind. And when my environment is cluttered, I don't feel great, I don't feel productive, I don't feel like that girl. I'm not in my main character energy era. So the solution for that is if I see something that literally takes 2 minutes, like wiping down my countertops, I will do it then and there. It doesn't need to be household stuff. If you know you just need to answer an email that's literally gonna take you 2 minutes, do it now, because thinking about the fact that, oh, later I need to answer an email, but when am I gonna do it? Okay, let me do this first and I'll do it afterwards. That takes up so much mental space and so much energy for nothing. It's a 2-minute task. Do it now. Batch the boring stuff. And I always have a stack of papers on my desk with things that I need to do, like things that I need to sign, send out, bring to the post office, things that I still need to clarify. Admin stuff, but boring stuff. Honestly, who wants to do this? It's part of being an adult, so we gotta do it. I cannot say that I find bureaucracy enjoyable, but you know what I find enjoyable is not being late with stuff and being actually on top of my to-dos. And also not being overwhelmed by this stack of papers that just accumulates. So what I found works best for me is to just take 1 or 2 hours at some point in the week. I block it off in my calendar, and when that time comes, I just sit down and I get stuff done. Doesn't matter if I find it enjoyable or not. Doesn't matter if I want to do it. Doesn't matter. I do it. But most importantly, I do everything at once, because it is so annoying to do one annoying thing in the morning, one annoying thing in the afternoon, one annoying thing 2 days from now, because I keep dreading doing those things. If I just have to do it once, I just sit down, I get it all done. It's out. I don't have to see it anymore. The stack of papers disappears. That's amazing. And also you can make it fun. If you need some extra motivation, make a coffee, put on a nice playlist. No one says you have to really hate those times, but they need to get done. Get them done all at once. Don't lie to yourself and tell yourself, well, I'll just do it another time because another time I'll feel motivated and I'll actually enjoy it. No, do it now. Put all of those tasks together, sit down, get them done, and then they're out of your mind, out of sight, out of life. I feel like this is such an unpopular opinion, but I love my lazy time and I need it. Being lazy, like watching a movie, is not bad. Don't let anyone tell you that not being productive 24/7 is a bad thing. It is not. The problem is when you have unlimited time to do nothing, that becomes boring. A few years ago, I had so many goals and I wanted to do so many things and I was studying. And honestly, 90% of my day, I was just scrolling. I had stuff to do, don't get me wrong, I had stuff to do, but I was just procrastinating the whole day. And then in the evening, I would usually come to the conclusion, okay, I need to study now, or I need to do this project or whatever. And I would just sit down and work for 1 or 2 hours, but that would be it. The rest of the day, I was just kind of like doing stuff, but not really doing stuff, or I was doing stuff and watching TV at the same time, which was so unproductive and inefficient. And at the same time, this led to me not enjoying times where I was just watching a movie, because I just had unlimited lazy time. Now I am really doing a lot of things and I don't have a lot of free time. And that's why I enjoy that free time so much. If I have a Sunday morning where I can just wake up, I drink my coffee, and then I watch a movie for 2 hours, you know, like I enjoy that so much. And I feel like those 2 hours energize me for the rest of the week, because I really love that time and I learn how to appreciate that. A balance is really the key. And the thing is, the more busy you get and the more you do things that you actually love, like you go after your goals, you work towards them, the more you will actually enjoy your downtime. Imagine the best version of yourself. What does this person do on a daily basis? What is the first thing she does after she wakes up? How does she feel? How does she think? How does she react to things? Write down how your ideal version of yourself would act on a daily basis and start implementing that step by step. Start today. If the first thing your ideal self does is work out, then tomorrow when you wake up, try to do that. Take one small step towards becoming this best version of yourself. And if you feel stuck, you don't feel very motivated, you feel like you're falling off track, go back to what you wrote down. Go back to that person you know you can become and remind yourself of the potential that you have and of the dreams that you have and the goals that you have. And take that as your inspiration to start now. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to just immediately be that person tomorrow. But the more you show up doing things that that person would do, the closer you get to actually being that person. Being productive and consistent and being in your it girl era is not about being busy 24/7. It's not about being consistently perfect. It's not about never having bad days. It's about learning how to deal with those things and accepting them as part of your journey. I truly believe you can become the absolute best version of yourself. You got this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.